morning, my name is Specialist Longo, and I'm here today to brief you on leader development. The classification for today's brief is unclassified. Please follow along with the slides that were provided to you, and hold your questions until the end of the brief. The agenda for today is to discuss development and what it means, the overarching tenets of Army leader development, leader and what it means, the leadership requirements model, the 4 fundamentals of developing leaders, getting to know your subordinates, self-development, leading by example, and rewarding for good performance. The risk assessment for today is low, however, always be cautious of your surroundings. What does it mean to develop? Developing requires 3 things: intention, ownership, and accountability. Leaders in all ranks need to first understand the 3 stages of development. The intent is the desired result of a leader. What does that picture look like? Ownership is the ability to recognize what part of that picture is your responsibility to create. Accountability is a part of growth. Does this picture look exactly the way I imagined it would? What could I do differently? The overarching tenets of Army leader development are commitment by both individuals and superiors in the Army. You must commit to the leader development process. Clear understanding and purpose for what, when, and how of building and sustaining leader development. Appropriate professional relationship with superiors and subordinates that consider culture of learning. The 3 domains of leader development that all enable education, training, and experience: institutional, operational, and self-development. Institutional is the big Army providing tools and guidelines to follow. Operational is the unit or company providing resources and time to learn. Self-development is the want to learn and the effort you put into learning. What is a leader? An Army leader is a person who assumes a role or is assigned responsibility. The job of a leader is to inspire and influence individuals to accomplish goals and grow. Army leaders should motivate subordinates both inside and outside the workplace to progress and do the right thing. They should teach soldiers how to make cognizant decisions and take action. Leadership requirements. The Army leadership requirements model is divided into 2 categories: the attributes and competencies. Attributes are the be and know. The attributes are defined by character, such as the Army values, having empathy, living by the warrior and service ethos. Presence, having a good sense of military and professional bearing. Maintaining and improving fitness, having confidence and resilience. Intellect, having mental agility, good judgment and expertise. Competencies are the do. The competencies are defined by leads others, builds trust, extends influence, leads by example. Develops, creates a positive environment, prepares self, develops others. Achieves, gets results, integrates tasks, roles, resources, and priorities. Consider how a lack of attributes and competencies can affect your career and others around you. Where does applying the leadership requirements model start? It starts with you. Understanding and living by the attributes and competencies defined in the model starts to develop a foundation of trust. Subordinates and other leaders like to follow good leaders. Instilling these characteristics within yourself and holding others to the same standard will start to bring a light to its effectiveness. Think about this for a moment. Leader development is a mindset and process, not an event, reflected by everything leaders do. An opportunity for leader development exists in every event, class, assignment, duty position, discussion, physical training formation, briefing, and engagement. The 4 fundamentals of developing leaders. Setting conditions for leader development is when leaders encourage leader development. This can be done by modeling the behavior, intriguing other soldiers to learn and apply principles that encourage learning and participation. Providing feedback on a leader's actions. Give opportunities for soldiers to observe and receive feedback. Providing feedback in increments on leader actions enhances leader development, meaning small doses. Enhancing learning. Encourage mentoring, training, and reflection. Encourage the use of successful leaders as role models. Learning from other leaders is an efficient method of development. Encourage studying. Creating opportunities. Provide opportunities for soldiers to cross-train. Allow for soldiers to broaden their knowledge and understanding of the mission. Evaluate how well they do and what positive impacts it may have on the unit's capabilities. Getting to know your subordinates. Understand the importance of putting time and effort into your soldiers. Understand the impact it will have on them and your ability as a leader. Realize the foundation you are building for soldiers to feel trust, comfort, and realize that they are being noticed for their hard work and commitment. Soldiers who feel recognized typically work harder and want to be better. Learning more about your soldiers will help you decide what techniques will work best when approaching coaching and mentoring. It is important to remember the difference between an appropriate and inappropriate relationship with your subordinates. Self-development. There are 4 stages of self-development. Finding strengths and developmental needs, a self-examination. Identify personal and professional goals. Self-enhanced learning, the ability to know and how to learn. Learning in action, which takes patience and effort. Self-development is an important part of leader development. You should encourage self-development, but set conditions. This happens by studying and practicing. Pause, reflect, and process. Learn to accept when mistakes happen and learn from them. Lead by example. Set an example for trust. Follow through with commitments and promises. Tell the truth even when it's difficult. Admit to your mistakes and remain confident. Display the Army values both inside work and outside. Apply discipline in your everyday actions. Read others' emotional cues. And be empathetic. Actively listen to your soldiers. There are times soldiers will have a hard time verbally communicating. Watch for nonverbal cues. Accept feedback and make appropriate changes. Recognize and reward good performance. Recognize subordinates when they contribute to the unit's successes. Give clear feedback so your subordinates understand why they are being recognized. Help build individual and team successes. Remember to avoid favoritism, only recognizing failures, and unfair or inappropriate rewards. In summary, we discussed development and what it means to develop. What a leader means in the Army. The leadership requirements model, the attributes and competencies, the 4 fundamentals of developing leaders, getting to know your subordinates, self-development, lead by example, and rewarding for good performance. Does anyone have any questions at this time?